some time. What was it like playing tennis in weather like this where it's 20, 25 mile an hour winds?
Yeah, I did not play tennis in high school, or I just kind of played it in the summer a little bit. My sister, though, played a lot of tennis all throughout, even to this day. And yeah, being a spectator watching tennis on a cold day is, it's cold.
You were saying you worked at that facility.
Yeah, briefly. I think it was my junior or senior year, and I did. I opened up the doors and let people in to play pickleball. It's funny. It was really only for a few months, so.
You're at the library, of course, now. You've moved up in the world. And, of course, the library is going to be at our Plus 50 Living Fair next Tuesday. Talk a little bit about what they might get from your booth.
Yes, so, of course, all kinds of information about the library, our typical services. We are, of course, books and more. So I'm sure people have the opportunity to learn about our genealogy department. Jeannie, who works in genealogy, will be attending that. So if anybody has questions on how they can start their own genealogy research, or if they're interested in learning more about local history, I'm sure Jeannie could help out there. And also they can get more information about our homebound service. That is a delivery service where we deliver books. Our volunteers deliver books every month to people who are not able to physically get to the library, even if they're not able to get to the library temporarily. Maybe if they had a procedure, we have volunteers who can drop off books, audiobooks, and even DVDs to entertain them. So those are just a few things that people can find out about.
I appreciate you guys being there, and very informative, so looking forward to that. You, of course, are not going to be there. You've got other things to do, right?
Yeah. Susie and Jeannie will be there, so that will be awesome.
So what are you talking about today, Kate?
Oh, well, speaking of genealogy, we do have a genealogy night this Friday from 5 to 8. So this is an after-hours event where people can come in and get that after-hours time as far as getting more one-on-one assistance with Jeannie and other researchers. So that will be fun. Again, that's this Friday. And people who haven't started their genealogy research are more than welcome to join us. They do have to register to attend through our website. That'll be really cool. And then a week from today is Earth Day, so we're doing an upcycled spring wreath craft with the Franciscan Peace Center. So that will be from 5 to 6:30 to celebrate Earth Day. So making a wreath from an old sweater you have, so you can bring your old sweater and cut that to make a beautiful wreath. So those are two events that we have coming up that we'd love to see people at. You can find more information on our website. It's clintonpubliclibrary.us.
So next Tuesday, not only the Plus 50 Living Fair, but Earth Day as well.
Yes.
Did you do anything special in high school or in college on Earth Day?
Gosh, that's a good question. I'm sure we did in high school. I can't remember truly.
I graduated much earlier than what you did. But I can recall back in the early 70s, I think that was when Earth Day really first came about. That was kind of a big deal at Clinton High School back then.
Okay, yeah.
I would imagine, especially the science teachers, I would imagine would get involved with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
that'll
wonderful.
be interesting.
Yeah,
you guys do many different things at the library.
Yeah, and just last week we hosted Grow Clinton's Biz After 5 event, and we had a lot of fun because last week was National Library Week, so that's celebrated nationally, of course. So yeah, we were able to host Biz After 5, and it was fun having a very lively library with people talking. We had about, I think, 40 people attend, and people were able to explore the library who hadn't been in a while, so they enjoyed that. And also last week we had a few different kindergarten field trips. So most kindergartners who live in Clinton have visited us, have taken a field trip to the library. So that's been a lot of fun too.
So talk a little bit about that, because we've done tours here at the radio station with students that come in. Kindergartners, they got to be pretty interesting, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So what's a field trip like at the library for them?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. So we've been doing it. So most kindergartners, I visit and do a story time a few weeks before they visit us, just to get a sense of like what is a library before they come and visit us. So when they come to their field trip, we divide each class into two groups, and one group does a story time first that's library themed, and they're able to explore the youth department. And the other group gets to do a STEM activity upstairs. And then we switch groups after a while. So it's fun as they like enter and navigate throughout the space, because we're on 3 levels. A lot of them, it's a familiar space to them, but some they're like, oh, I've never been here. But you know, kindergartners are very cute and they're very honest. So it's funny. They're like, this is a very pretty space. And then they're like, oh, this is like a house. I like this haunted house, but it's pretty. So yeah, it's very fun, and they get really excited. We do a puppet show with them too, and I'll tell you what, they get so engaged with puppets. It is like real life magic is puppet shows, because usually they're really engaged, but when we do the puppet show, oh my gosh, they are so attentive, and that's what they're excited to maybe tell their parent or guardian about is, oh my gosh, we have to go to the library so I can play with the puppets, because I mean, we don't have enough time for them to play with the puppets on their own. But
that is great. You know, to me,
yeah.
it would be like 5 and 6 year olds. It would be like herding cats. But obviously, it looks like they do pretty well.
You know, it is so fun. They have such a fun energy, and they're really well behaved and really good listeners, and it's just like adapting to your audience when you talk to them versus like I don't know. So it's fun, and we've had a lot of practice since we've done this with many kindergarten classes. So.
Do you offer this, to other, grade levels?
So we do different programming with different grade levels. We're trying to build like our kindergarten focus, so as they progress throughout elementary school, we really start that relationship with them. But my coworker Selena, she often goes to the after school program. I think like twice a month. I don't know. She's there quite a bit. And then yeah, I don't know. We're starting to build those relationships and figure that out. So kindergarten is our main focus, and then yeah, starting to establish more relationships throughout.
Well, that is great. So what else we got to talk about this morning, Kate?
Yeah, I guess that just a reminder, we have lots of new books coming in, especially this springtime. We have a lot of, if you celebrate Easter, we have Easter books for kids and other springtime books. So we encourage people to come in and browse what we have. We do also have pickleball kits as the weather gets nicer. If people are interested in trying out pickleball, we do have those kits available, along with a lot of other items like cake pans and cookie cutters and, gosh, just a whole bunch of
See,
fun
that amazes
stuff.
me. I just can't imagine you guys rent those out. That's crazy.
Yeah. And just maybe a week or two ago, a patron was checking out a cake pan, and usually that just kind of causes, it naturally creates a conversation because I manually have to type the number in, right? Because we don't put a barcode on the cake pan; it's just written on there. And I was like, "Oh, this is really cute." I think it was a dinosaur. I can't remember. And she goes, "Well, my son or daughter has been just been adamant, like just so excited about creating this cake for their birthday, and they said for several weeks leading up to it that they wanted a cake shaped as this with the use of a library cake pan." And it's stories like those that really are encouraging. I mean, that's just one person's story of using kind of a more unique item as far as the library goes. And she even said, oh, and my other kid is excited to check out maybe it was like a unicorn cake pan for their birthday. So yeah, it's really encouraging. That story kind of made my day a few days ago. So
now when they check out a cake pan, do they ever bring any cake in for you guys to sample?
You would think they would, Gary. I think maybe we need to make that a part of the checkout agreement. I have not had that, but I welcome that. If anybody is a baker and wants to try out a cake pan, we always eat cake. So
there you go. So again, if people want to find out more information about our library, first, what are the hours?
Yes, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 5. And people can find out more information on our website. It's www.clintonpubliclibrary.us, or they can call us at 563-242-8441.
Kate, glad to have you in. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Check of the weather now being brought to you by Kelly Heating and Air